Good morning everyone. Today we're bringing you sort of a special video. We're bringing you another one of the Dials in Daylight episodes. Today we're going to be looking at the Timex Marlin Jet, this one on the left, versus the Tissot PRX mint green dial. Well, I thought, well, since the sun's out, we may as well have a look at how good these Tiffany dials look outside, from two opposite ends of the spectrum. Two different style straps, two different sizes, and two different type of movements. So completely different yet similar in their own very special way. So on the left we've got the Timex Marlin moon phase. On the right we've got the Tissot PRX. Both look excellent. So the Tissot PRX has a 40mm case diameter with a 10.4mm thickness compared to the Timex's 38 by 11.5. So my camera's jumping in the wind. Brushed stainless steel housing for the Tissot PRX, as well as the Marlin moon phase. The actual Tissot PRX is housed in 316 stainless steel compared to normal stainless steel on the other one. Tissot PRX weighs considerably more, obviously because it's on a metal strap, probably weighs about 180 grams, whereas the Marlin probably only weighs about 80. There's obviously a big difference there. You can change the straps on the Tissot PRX, but I would not recommend it because it looks horrible when you change it, but horrible in my eyes. So yeah, let's get nice and close to these dials. Obviously one's a bit more sort of sky blue, one's a bit more mint. But they're both an excellent sort of blue variant in their own way, or green, whatever you want to call it. You get 100 metre water resistance with the Tissot PRX, but just 50 metres water resistance with the Timex. Both have a similar number of functions. You've just got one date dial and obviously the time, and same on the Marlin Jet. The differences though come down when you actually get to the material on the crown, on the faces. So from the Timex, Tissot, you can see a slightly lined effect on there if you tilt it right. So that gives you the ability to tilt the watch and it catches the light in a certain different way. So sometimes you get a ice blue look, or a dark green look, or a light green look, depending on how you tilt it. The Marlin gives you the same colour regardless, because of the, well, I think it's actually the opposite, because it's got a grained effect. Rather than being plain blue, it's got a grained effect, giving you a sort of ability to tilt the colour as well in the same sort of way. Doesn't the colour change as much as the Tissot does, but it still makes it look nice. And I think that's a good thing for that sort of colour. The ice blue is better when it's actually ice blue all the time. I'm not going to look at the crown on the Tissot, but we can look on the Tissot, but we can look at the crown on the Timex. I could tell you that the Tissot one feels a lot stronger, but then you'd expect that from the price points. The actual, well, to be fair, I think the price points are a little bit similar. I was thinking of a different watch. The Tissot has a retail price of about $335, so it's about £100 more than the Marlin, which is around about 200. So it's whether you can see the sort of the extra jump in price, or whether it's going to be for you or not. But the Tissot PRX has that element of sleekness and thinness to it. It's a little bit thinner and it has that brushed effect on the casing. This one does have the brushed effect, but you've got the stages as well. I think the brushed effect looks a bit more well defined on the Tissot. And the Tissot has a better crown to operate as well, a lot better crown. So obviously that's the main dials themselves, they look excellent outside. Coming down to the straps. So the Marlin is a black fabric woven strap, 90mm in width. Whereas the Tissot is obviously a thin link bracelet with a butterfly clasp, whereas there's a buckle on the Timex one. All sort of gives you a bit of a debate about which one you want to go for. Tissot does mould your wrist quite nicely because the links are quite thin. But this one probably felt molds your wrist better, obviously because it's a fabric strap. It just naturally will. It bends more. Also gives you that extra bit of comfort, the Timex one, because it's obviously a metal watch sitting on a fabric strap that's going to cushion against your wrist. Very clever. So there you go, guys. That is the Timex Marlin Jet versus the Tissot PRX under natural light. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next video.